Update. Hired detective, caught husband, M40, cheating with his F33 secretary. Next steps. Last thread was closed due to too much activity. Mods suggested throwaway, so I'm back. I'll start with the update first, original post at bottom. Where to begin? For those that remember that he turned off his findmy, I was mistaken on the timestamp. It was before anything went down. One day, that is still a huge. Anyhow, the events went like this. He was sleeping with secretary, received my message calling him out. He immediately went completely mental, dressed and left room, not before throwing his phone into the mirror. Hotel will bill us plenty, I'm sure. Asterisk, this was confirmed by his best friend who went back to retrieve his belongings and remains of his phone. Ended up as a complete wreck at his best friend's house. He was bawling about how he ruined his life. He very well may have. He has been staying there in their guest house. We have not had any contact. Best friend's wife, my bestie for 20 years, came by this morning and is worried that he may be suicidal. They are bringing him into the main house. She was to pick him up a new phone later this afternoon. She said he is in no condition to talk to me. A complete wreck, and they are worried for his life. They are monitoring him. He has been just lying in bed, crying off and on. As far as they can tell, he has not slept. If he doesn't soon, they will get him something to help. They brought him food and he has hardly eaten. Now a quick background on the friends. She is my best friend for life, probably 20 years. We are extremely close and confide on everything. Her husband is now his best friend, and was in our wedding. They have been for 12 years. These are both professional people, they call bullshit when needed. But these are people that would go to the ends of the earth for you. Good wholesome people, they pull no punches, but like me, they do not react poorly under stress, but are pure, no bullshit. He can stay there as long as he needs, but knowing my bestie, she will have his ass cleaning house or doing yard work. No pity party over there. She did mention that this morning she went into his room and basically berated him for 30 minutes, told him, shut up and listen, and she will likely come back with more. While I have sympathy for his current situation, it doesn't have a whole lot of bearing on the bigger picture. I still need to work through my next moves. I'm back and forth on divorce, but I never want to react out of emotion. His drama is meaningless. I thank you all for the excellent advice. I've received 150 or so DMs, mostly helpful. A few guys looking to help me pick up the pieces. A couple even sent their pic. A couple solicitations for online counseling $. Pretty crazy stuff here. I did get some great links to online articles that seem helpful. Believe it or not, I got about 15 links to this article, which is very helpful, as well as a website. The last thing I would like to mention is that divorce him, people. I totally get it and I am leaning slightly that direction, but at the same time, I am a believer in responsibility and being responsible. We are in this marriage for better or worse. This is clearly the worst. Infidelity may be beyond the scale of worst, it really hurts. I've hardly eaten or slept, but I don't want to pull the trigger on that too quickly. Building trust again would be a huge task, before even considering that I need to think this through. Again, his current situation will garner no pity from me. He did this, and this is the beginning of the price he will pay for his actions, regardless of the outcome. I will likely sleep later. I'm beginning to resolve myself to the whole situation. We have no children, we're considering it maybe next year. He has really been wanting them. I do as well, but this, if we reconcile, will push that timetable or possibly even take it off the table. Money is not an issue, he does well and will survive without me. I work part-time from home. I was fortunate to work from day for a .com that went public 5 years ago, and I'm pretty set for life. He would never go after assets. That's simply not him. Yes, I know, divorce changes people. I feel I know him better than that. Even if he did, it would not be a major impact. TLDR, leaning toward divorce, but leaving door slightly cracked. Time will tell if he deserves my consideration. Original post below. Hired a detective last weekend. He caught my husband with his ex-secretary on Saturday night. Plenty of pictures, there isn't any disputing this or the happenings. Kissing, hand-holding and back to her room together for the entire night. Zero doubt on the events of the evening. They were at a weekend business conference. I suspected it and was right. I actually felt like complete shit in the lead up and to a lesser degree still do, but his behavior was a bit off for a couple weeks. I had that terrible gut feeling. I let him know over text this morning that he was caught, read receipt but no reply. I didn't state any intentions, I just told him I will just take a break to gather my thoughts. He should do the same and I need to see if I can find a way to trust again. As expected, today has been a roller coaster of emotion, anger and tears galore. This is the absolute worst feeling ever. I wish this on nobody, which leads me to the next thought. Do I send the pics to the secretary's husband? I'm conflicted on that. I'm not a vindictive person and it is not intended to hurt the secretary, but my thinking that I would want to know if he had found out instead. But, this emotional pain is so heavy. Terrible to inflict on someone. I haven't shared with anybody. I feel this is our issue at the moment. Anyone I share with will simply hate him forever. I have so many pics of them together. I stopped looking and moved them to a folder on my PC and zipped them up. Looking at them just stirs me up. I feel absolutely horrible that I did this, but I also realize that I needed to confirm the affair. 1. Am I a horrible wife for hiring a detective? Didn't he break the trust first? 2. Should I share the pics with her husband? 3. Is taking break a reasonable strategy? Thanks all, just writing this out has been a bit therapeutic. Head over to Chumplady's blog and also her account on Reddit. Cheating is a choice that he made time and time again. This isn't just a mistake. This was a choice to have relationship outside of your marriage. Think of how many times he lied straight to your face. He only went mental because he got caught, not because he felt bad about what he was doing and confessed. He's only throwing a fit because he got caught. You deserve so much more than this. In this case, it's not even one choice. It's hundreds, thousands of little choices over the course of months and years to continually see someone else. It was a conscious, brutal, methodical recurrence of choices. Right? This wasn't an accident. It wasn't like, oh no, I forgot to bring home the milk or I grabbed the wrong person's dry cleaning. This is a well thought out plan that took time and effort to hide and do. He not only cheated, he continues to make it all about him. And conveniently making sure Op can't get support because their best friends are spending 24/7 on supporting him through the trauma of cheating on his wife and cleaning up after him, clearing his stuff out of the hotel, taking him to get a new phone because he broke his in a tantrum, telling Op that he is in no condition to talk to her, making sure he's eating and sleeping. It sounds like he's successfully isolated Op here. This guy sounds like a major wuss. He's sitting and weeping at his friends and making a big fuss about taking his own life when Op has to process this too. Maybe she needs friends around her as well, but she continues to go on with her life while he sits there and wails. I'm actually disappointed Op wants to work through it. Fuck the vows, who cares about them? If he was so comfortable cheating on her until he got caught, and trust me Op, if you read this reaction of his is only because he got caught and he doesn't know what else to do to seem sorry, he'll do it again. Once everything stabilizes and they go back to their old life, he'll get comfortable and do it again. I don't know why she thinks the threat of hiring another PD will suddenly make him think, oh, I shouldn't be cheating. He doesn't seem to be sorry. Op hasn't updated or said anything about him contacting her to talk about how sorry he is and how much he regrets it. Your husband is a big sissy, please divorce him. Don't forget he also said his vows and went against them. Friend of mine got cheated on, she found out. Her hubby was remorseful, devastated and fell apart when he got caught out. They got back together. They got pregnant with child number 2. When she was 8 months pregnant, she found out he had been cheating again and she threw him out. 1 month later, she delivered a beautiful baby boy alone. A solo mom of 2 children, and a cheating useless ex-husband not involved. When you say, for better or worse, this is the worse, no, this is a warning to you. It could be so much worse. Please think it through carefully. Guy is shady as hell. Can you ever trust he won't do this again?